Hello students, welcome back to AriserTalent. I am your maths teacher Arpita Sharma. Students, we are discussing a very new chapter today, which is circle. Okay, so this is our chapter circle. And what is circle? You are very familiar with this word circle, and if you look around yourself, so you'll get many things like having the shape of circle, like watch. Now don't look at this watch, your wall clock maybe, that's shape is what? A circle. Okay, and this your eye, okay, your eyeball is a circle. Okay, the earth is circle, right? The earth is in a shape of circle. If you just portray in your drawing book, you will just draw this, and this is what? A circle. Okay, and if I'll tell you to walk in circle, what you will do? You will walk like this. You will come back to that point from where you started. So this is circle also. And when you go outside, you're telling one of your friends, then I'm at that circle. Like in Kota, we are having Talwandi circle. So we'll say that and at the Talwandi circle. Now what does that mean? That means there are 4 ways, and we are having a rotary here, that is circle. Okay, so this is also in the shape of circle. So many shapes of circles are there. So it's useful. It's a useful geometrical shape to study, right? So we will now discuss circle in this today's chapter. And you know, all these guys, that this thing, that this shape is very much used. So this is important to study the shape circle. Likewise, I was talking about the earth. So here it is, the shape, earth shape. You'll say it that square, it's sphere it is, ma'am. It's not circle, it's sphere. Okay, I know it's sphere. But students, when I'll draw this in 2D, okay, when I'll draw this on a board, what will I draw? I'll draw just a circle. Okay, so in 2D I will represent it in this way, right? Okay, so this is also what? Circle, right students? Now, if you are going to study this new chapter, that means that is a chapter. It's a simple shape. So what is having a chapter here? Because in geometry, when you talk about different theorems and perceptions based on these theorems and questions you are having, you're not only having the circle, this outer boundary you are having. No, you're having some definitions with them, like center of it, diameter of this, circumference of this, radius of this, chord of this, sector of this, segment of this. So many words, major and minor sector, major and minor segments. There are so many words related to only a circle, right? The basic example, when you go through measuring the circle, the basic example, very basic example, let's suppose this is a thread. This is a thread, okay, and it's on its bottom. I have just any pebble on that. Okay, so I'm having this pebble here, and this is a thread. Don't assume it to be 2 threads, but assume it to be only 1 thread. Yes, this is a charges cable. Okay, so when, look at it, I am holding it from this side, okay, and now I am rotating it, right? I am rotating it, and just watch it very carefully, because I am going to discuss some definitions only with relevance to this example. So when I am rotating this, that will be like this, okay, this is, so getting this point, this is a fixed point students here, okay, and this is the way it's rotating. Now you can see here that this white tip, okay, this white tip is showing in a form. Now this format, right, this format, this complete path is something, and this is in the shape of a circle. Okay, so we'll be coming back for this example in our some definitions but for now, just remember I've gave you this example, and I've told you I'm having a fixed point and it's rotating around that fixed point and having this particular distance. Okay, So students, talking about circles, will be having the definition of circle. Now read this definition, read it. Okay, so the definition you are reading is the collection of all the points in a plane which are at a fixed distance. This is important. Fixed distance from a point in the plane is called a circle. Understood? Now that's why I was giving you that example, students, because by that example it's very easy to understand that what is this fixed distance. Okay, from a point, what is this point in the plane? So I was telling you to assume this from where I am holding it, this as the point. So this is the fixed point. Okay, now this is the fixed distance. Now this is the fixed distance. From this point, at this fixed distance, I am rotating it, and here you can see a circle. Okay, so this line, okay, whenever it is going from right here to there and coming back to from here to here, this complete path is what? Your circle. And this fixed point is your center of the circle, and the periphery, the circumference. Periphery is known as circumference of circle. So what I have told you, that I am having a fixed point. This point I am fixing. Okay, and now if I will go with a fixed distance, let me be clear that this fixed distance I have measured, and let me be clear that this particular distance, okay, let it be this particular distance is the distance from this particular point. So path that cable was making was what? Was this. Okay. Right. So when I was telling you guys that yes, this is a thread, and at that plane, let it be like this only. Okay, so this was going like this, this was going like this. From this particular point, it's having the same distance. So this path followed, this path traveled by the strip of this cable was something like this. Okay, something like this. So this path, we are having some names for them. Okay, that's why I am focusing on it. So this is the fixed point. Okay, this is the fixed point, and I am having this cable, this. Okay, so I am having this distance. This is the fixed distance, and I call it this complete as a circle. As a what? As a circle. Okay, so this is a circle. Now there is some portion inside this boundary and this outside the boundary. So this area is exterior to circle and this area is interior to the circle. Now if I draw a point on it like this, or here, or anywhere, that point is inside the circle. Even this fixed point is inside the circle. Now if I draw a point here or right there, anywhere after this boundary, this particular boundary, that means that will be known as a point outside this circle. Okay, and the third location is where? The third location is here. On this boundary, on this particular boundary, I can have infinite number of points. So points location, if respect to a circle we are talking, then points can be inside the circle, on the circumference of circle, inside of circle, or outside the circumference of circle. Now what I am repeating, circumference, that means this boundary is some name, having some name, is called as circumference. Okay, this periphery, this perimeter is what? A circumference. So, understood this definition, the collection of all points. These are the all points. Okay, I was telling you infinite number of points are on the circle. So, by these infinite number of the points, this periphery is made, and these are what? Collection of all the points in the plane which are at a fixed distance from a point in a plane, and the point in the plane is what? This plane, this point. Okay, so this is called as circle. This is called as circle. Now, the next one is terms related to circle. I have told you we are going to have so many things like center, circumference, non-intersecting line, tangent, secant, chord, diameter, minor arc, major arc, segment, sector. There are so many terms to remember. So, we will talk about it one by one, and will have some day-to-day examples, okay, so that we can relate it in better way, right. So, first about the center. This is the center, that fixed point. This fixed point is known as what? Center. This fixed point is known as what? Center. Okay. So, you know the center now. You can have this definition also. It's about center and radius. Radius is the fixed distance. So, the fixed point is called the center of the circle, and the fixed distance is called radius of the circle. Now, I was telling you we are having the fixed point. This is known as center, and we are having a fixed distance. Now, this is what? Radius. This is what? Radius we are having, right. Okay, now circumference of circle, this path that is followed, this complete path, okay. Likewise this, okay, likewise if I am having this cable, it's a very good interest, okay. So, if I follow this complete path by this cable, I started from this point I have started. So, okay, from right there I am having this, okay, then here in this complete path it's following, right. Okay, let's suppose we have reached to the starting point, okay. So, this one is left, so we can plus this length, right. So, that means this complete length, when we started from this particular point and reached to the particular point, this complete is what? The circumference of the circle. What, students? The circumference of the circle. Again with me, the circumference of the circle. This is the circumference, this line only. Nothing inside this circle, nothing outside this circle, but only the boundary that is distinguished the inside and outside of the circle is known as the circumference of the circle. Isn't it too easy? Okay, and the circumference is having some formula. You know that? What it is? What it is? It's a very famous formula, right? Okay, now understand this by this bicycle. Bicycles are very much in trend these days, okay. Are you running bicycling these days, okay. So, this bicycle is having these tires, okay. Now, if you mark a red point here, this tire is visible to you guys or not? I am taking this tire and I am marking it with the, let's suppose, nail paint or marker. So, I am marking it here, okay. Now, what I am doing, I have marked a line with maybe chalk or maybe some stone that can mark, okay. So, I have marked a line here, and I am now riding my bicycle on that particular line, okay. Now, I started from the point, and this point was meeting exactly this line. This was the road, and I have marked this point, okay. Now, this line I have marked, and I have marked this one also. This was meeting to this marked line, okay. Now, what I did, I ride the bicycle. Till then, when, because this wheel will rotate, this tire will rotate, so when the point will again there, like somewhere there, this will be the situation of this tire where I'll be getting that point again in the contact with this line I have marked on the road. So that particular distance is what? That particular distance is periphery or circumference. So we'll have this word circumference for that. Circumference, right? Okay. Now this formula is 2 pi r. The value of pi in this case will take 22/7, and this is r, the radius. Radius is what? The fixed distance. In this case, the radius is from here to this. Okay, if this is the tire, this is your tire, second number tire. Okay, and here you are having a bicycle. If this bicycle is not visible to you guys, this is it. Okay. So now you can see this. Now you can see. Okay. So what I am telling you, I have marked here, and when this tire will come to the next position where this marked point meeting again that marked point, then that will be the circumference of this tire. Okay. So now you understand and got the formula too. Okay. So let's talk about the another definitions. So next definition, non-intersecting line. Look, I am having a circle. I am having a circle on this page. In your copy, draw a circle and draw a line which is not touching your circle, neither inside of your circle nor touching its periphery. It's just anywhere outside the circle, something like this. This is the line, okay, and this is the circle. So this line, because it's not intersecting it. Now can you make this here? No, because if you extend, because line can be extended infinity to both sides. So if I can extend this, that will be like this, and in that case this is intersecting it. But in this case, if I extend it from here or from this or in this side, that's not going to intersect that. So that line is what? Non-intersecting line to this circle. I mean, it's intersecting, then it's an intersection line. What we call that intersection line, we'll discuss it later. But for now, it is, this PQ is what? And a non-intersecting line. Okay. Right. Now tangent. I've told you that if this line just touches, it's just touching the circumference of circle. So if we are having a circle, we are having this circle, and this line is just touching this circumference of circle at one point only one point, it is just touching it. That means this is what? Tangent. It is what? Tangent to the circle. Okay. So note this. Now what happens if this goes beyond it? If it's intersecting this, if it's touching it at one point, intersecting it only one point, then it is tangent. Okay, what if we are having it something like here? What is the name here? So the name here is secant, or you can see it in next figure. So this was the tangent and this is the secant. Let me be very clear to you guys that what is the difference here. If this is the circle, okay, if this is a circle, according to it, you are having two cases here. Okay, you are having two cases here. The one case is showing in this picture, and the second case have been shown in the previous picture like this. So this is what? This is your tangent. When it's just touching the circle, and if it's intersecting it, okay, then this is what? Secant. Right? This is tangent and this is secant. Understood it? If it's just touching it at one point, tangent. If it's intersecting at 2 points, secant. Okay, simple. Okay then. Move towards next thing. What it is? Okay. Next is chord. In the previous part, we were talking about a line that was known as secant. But if this line is not line anymore, but I am having a segment. Now what is the difference between line and segment? Line goes infinity to both sides. We are having ray. Ray starts from one fixed point and goes to infinity to the other direction, that is ray. This is line, this is ray, and this becomes a line segment. We are having fixed 2 points, two fixed points A and B, and that will be a segment, line segment. Okay, so if we are having a line segment, okay, which is intersecting, which is having its starting point at circumference and also its end point at the circumference, then this is known as what? The chord. Okay, right. Now we are having diameter. Now what is diameter? Diameter is just an extension of this chord. This was chord, so I may draw how many number of chords here. This is one chord. Let's suppose this is your center. Okay, so this is one chord, then the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, here eighth. Not only in direction, we can write, we can have this in this direction, any direction we can draw, because we are having some two fixed points and we are drawing. Okay, but if somehow I draw it and this goes through center, again if it goes through center, it's passing through center, then this specific chord becomes the diameter. Right. So if I talk about this diagram, this is what? This is the center and this is the circumference. So that will be what? Fixed distance radius. But if I extend this, now this is not chord. This is not chord. Why it is not a chord? It is not a chord because it's touching one end at the circumference, but the second end of the center, not on the circumference. So okay, we are extending this line. We are extending this line, and we will make it to meet that circumference again. So I am having this P point and Q point. Now this is the diameter. Diameter is the largest chord. Mark it. You can write it as a note. Diameter is the largest chord of circle. Okay, because this was having the largest length. If I'll go somewhere upside it, the length will shorten. Somewhere downside it, the length will shorten. Okay, note it. Note this point. Noted. Okay. Now, the minor arc and the major arc, because this is not very much visible. Okay, this is what? Good. a circle, okay, and I am drawing this circle in two colors. Why? Because I want to tell you something. Right? Now, I am having a point here A, let's suppose I am having this point B here. Now you understand about the arc. What is an arc? If I have this and put it in the center and will draw it. Okay. So what will I make? I will make an arc. This is an, this will be the arc I will make. Okay, so this is what? An arc. This completely is somehow an arc also. Okay. So what is minor and major arc? If I am having these 2 points, this complete is an arc and this complete is also an arc. So this will be, because this is the major portion, okay, so this will be major arc, this will be the major arc and this will be the minor arc. Which arc? Minor arc. Minor arc it is. Understood? Understood? Major arc, minor arc. No any such kind of rocket science in that. Now, we are having this, a pizza, you eat, you like, okay. So, in pizza what we take? A slice of it. Now, we won't be telling someone to take a slice of pizza, we will take a sector of pizza. We are having this sector, that means this is complete circle, our pizza is a complete circle, okay, and this is the center, this is the center of it. Now, I will draw a radius here and a radius here. So, basically this part, this my pizza slice will be what? A sector. This will be what? A sector. Now, similarly, this is the remaining one. So, this is complete the remaining one. So, that will be the minor sector and the remaining one will be, the remaining part of pizza will be the major sector. So, what will you offer to your friends? To take a sector of pizza. What? A sector of pizza for you. Okay? Note it. And in case you are not understanding by that, here it is, the technicalities, right? But I think you better understand with the pizza, okay? After that session, you can order a pizza, okay? Right. Segment. Again, sector here. Segment, this is something different. Sector was when I was having these two radius and the area and the complete area enclosed by these two radius and this arc was my sector. I am telling you the same diagram so that you will not get confused. But this chord is having, this is the chord. These are what? Both radius. So, area enclosed by two radius and this arc is sector. But this chord and the circle. So, this arc and the chord. This will make what? A segment. This is a segment. Okay. So, you have known the difference here now. So, now I can make it like this only, that this is what? Minor segment this particular area, and this area, this remaining area, that will be major segment. So when I'll talk about two radius and an arc, so two radius and an arc will combinedly make a sector, but a segment is chord plus the arc. The major portion will be known as major segment, the minor portion will be known as minor segment. Okay. Okay students, so this is enough for the day. We have covered all the terms related to circle. Okay, that what does that mean by segment, sector, arc is what, radius, basically circumference, center and radius, whatever that is close to circle. Okay, so we have covered all these small definitions, we have understand that, and we will talk about circle and its various component and some questions in our next lecture. Till then, take care students, bye bye.